Deep within the heart of a dense, forgotten forest lies an old, abandoned town where time seems to have stood still. A town where the air is thick with an everlasting silence, broken only by the whispering wind that carries with it tales of a time long past. At the heart of this ghost town, shrouded by gnarled trees and an unnatural mist, stands an imposing mansion. Its once grand facade now weathered by time and neglect, yet it holds an eerie charm that is both captivating and bone-chilling. The mansion, steeped in shadowy lore, is said to be haunted. The townsfolk, though few, speak in hushed tones of the spectral family that once resided within its walls, their lives cut short in a tale of tragic demise. As dusk falls, even the bravest dare not venture near, for the mansion is no place for the living when night descends. The mansion, a foreboding silhouette against the night sky, stands as a chilling testament to the town's forgotten past. One fateful stormy night, a group of brave or perhaps foolhardy teenagers dared to defy the town's whispered warnings. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they stepped over the threshold of the old mansion, flashlights cutting through the gloom. The air was heavy, an unsettling stillness that seemed to cling to their skin. It was as if time itself had stood still within these decaying walls, the mansion holding its breath in anticipation of their intrusion. Their laughter, tinged with nervous excitement, echoed eerily through the long-forgotten hallways. In the silence that followed, they could hear their own breaths, the creaking of the old floorboards beneath their feet, and the faint dripping of water leaking from the ceiling. Exploring deeper into the mansion, they stumbled upon a grand mirror standing in a dusty, forgotten room. The ornate frame was tarnished with the passage of time, and the mirror's glass held a reflection that seemed off, not quite matching the reality it was meant to mirror. As they gathered around the grand mirror, a strange sound reached their ears. Faint whispers, barely discernible at first, seemed to echo from within the mirror's depths. It was an uncanny chorus, a symphony of voices trapped in glass. Intrigued, they leaned in closer. The faint whispers grew louder, resonating within the still room, voices speaking of regret, sorrow, and unspeakable tragedy. Amidst the chorus, one voice stood out, a chilling lamentation of a lost soul seeking redemption. Their initial excitement gave way to a growing sense of dread, their laughter now silenced. The mirror seemed to pulse with an unseen energy, a heartbeat matching their own. Then, it began to show glimpses of the past, shadowy figures moving within the glass, replaying the final moments of the ill-fated family's life. The teenagers, once filled with bravado, were now paralyzed with fear, their eyes wide and unblinking as they watched the tragedy unfold within the mirror. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, and then, as they leaned in closer, the whispers grew louder, the mirror's reflection shivered, and the room plunged into an all-consuming darkness. In the pitch-black room, terror took hold. The mirror no longer reflected their own faces, but twisted, agonizing images of their own fear. The air was thick with an icy chill, and the once grand mirror began to warp, its ornate frame trembling under the weight of the curse it bore. The glass, once clear, now clouded over with an otherworldly fog, a canvas for the horrifying spectacle to come. The teenagers, their laughter now a distant memory, stared in horror as their reflections contorted into grotesque caricatures, their faces etched with fear and pain. Their hearts pounded in their chests like drums, echoing the rhythm of their impending doom. From the depths of the mirror, the whispers grew into anguished wails, a symphony of sorrow that filled the room, reverberating off the decaying walls. Each scream was a chilling testament to the tragedy that had unfolded in this mansion many years ago, and the torment that still lingered. The room was alive with terror, the darkness pulsating with the despair of the lost souls trapped within the mirror. Each horrified gasp from the teenagers was swallowed by the cacophony of screams, their pleas for help lost in the storm of sorrow. In a desperate attempt to escape, they fumbled in the darkness, the beam of their flashlights dancing erratically over the peeling wallpaper. Their footsteps echoed ominously in the silence that followed each scream, a stark reminder of the isolation that surrounded them. As the night wore on, their screams of terror slowly faded, replaced by an eerie silence. The mirror, once a beacon of horror, now lay shattered, its pieces strewn across the dusty floor. The once animated room was now a chilling tableau of fear and regret. When dawn finally broke, the mansion stood silent once more, its secrets safely hidden behind the shattered remains of the once grand mirror. The haunting echoes of the night's terror were now just a whisper in the wind, a chilling reminder of the curse of the haunting mirror. The once curious teenagers were never seen again, their fate forever tied to the mansion and its haunting mirror. Their chilling tale, woven into the fabric of the town's lore, fuels an unending cycle of fear and curiosity. The legend has grown, casting a shadow that looms over the town, ever reminding them of the mansion's ominous presence. Tales of whispered voices and distorted reflections continue to echo through the ages. And so, the mansion and its haunting mirror fade back into the depths of the woods, a grim reminder of the darkness that lurks beyond the veil of the living.